In this quick video, I'm going to show you how to use the new Metropolis UI project wizards and use the toolbar to create a Windows 8 style application AppBar. On the Doc Wiki, there's pages to help you go through the steps to develop a Metropolis UI application. And you can scroll down and there's a section about the Metropolis AppBar. It adheres to the Windows 8 standard. It's not a persistent menu bar. It grows up from the bottom based on gestures. There's another document about creating Metropolis application bar for both your VCL and FireMonkey applications. Let's take a look at how we can use the IDE to create a Metropolis UI AppBar based application. So we're in the IDE. We'll start by saying File New, and we have the choices now of a VCL Metropolis UI, FireMonkey Metropolis UI for both Delphi and C++ Builder. So let's do a Metropolis FireMonkey UI application. We have 3 project wizards you can choose: a blank Metropolis UI, grid Metropolis UI, and a split pane. So we'll choose the blank one because we're going to focus on just creating an app bar. And now we've got the Metropolis UI with the black style. Notice up in the structure window we've got the form, the style book for the Metropolis UI style, a toolbar holder, which is simply a layout, a pop-up, because we want that toolbar to pop up when we do a gesture or we hit the escape key. Underneath that, we've got a toolbar, so we use the toolbar that's for holding our app bar items. And then inside of that, we simply have buttons. We're going to use an animation, which is of type T-float animation, that's going to manipulate the Y position to move the toolbar or app bar from the bottom of the screen. And here we've got 3 buttons that are going to appear on our toolbar. And for each of those, we can go down into the Object Inspector and look at the style. And there's this style lookup property, and you can see all of the different buttons that are available. And you can also, of course, create your own style buttons. So there's spin buttons and text buttons and round buttons. And so we can go in for each of these and use them, or we can get rid of them, depending on our application needs. So for example, if I didn't want the apply button, I could just replace it and change to some other button. For example, if I want a back button, I just go down to style lookup and choose back button with text, and then change the text that I want to display, and then we can hit run. And now we've got a back button added to our app bar. It's very easy to customize the app bar in a FireMonkey application. We can do the same thing in our VCL applications. We just say File New, VCL Metropolis application. And again, we have the choices for Delphi and C++. We'll look at the blank Metropolis. Here's our action list. So we can support gestures, for example, in a VCL application. In this case, a VCL uses a T-panel as our container, and then we put our buttons inside of the container. So we can click on the form to look at the gestures that are involved. We see the gesture manager to do a pan or press and tap, and we have our gesture of the form or key down. And here in the gesture, we'll just show the app bar if we make a gesture. And we also can use the escape key to show or hide the app bar. So let's run this VCL application. Notice I did a gesture up with the mouse, and we can also hit the escape key. You can't see that, but I'm hitting my keyboard, and it brings up the button. So that's how easy it is to add an app bar to your VCL and FireMonkey applications. It's already built into the wizard if you say New Metropolis UI, VCL, or FireMonkey application. But you can also build them yourself from scratch in your designer and write the code that's associated with it.